Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid as always. I was a little over enthusiastic with that one, but I think we're going to have to go ahead up to Ridgeside because it is Ysabelle's birthday. Looks like the spirits are mildly perturbed, so boo on them. I also think our well is finished, so we should be able to go ahead and get Pam's house going, which has been a big goal for us lately, so I'm pretty excited to see this actually one step closer to fruition. That's been a lot of my life lately with houses, as I am waiting to close, and hopefully we'll be done with that next week, but I'm not going to get into that. I told you guys I'd wait till we had proper updates, and there we are. So, let's go over and check, because speaking of the well, I don't believe... Oh, we have some beans. Junimo's hard at work. God, I love them. They're so great. How do I get through here? So, I think I forgot to water the flowers yesterday. Just really doing a good job at the whole being mindful and taking a moment to breathe, right? I really living up to it. But that's okay. We have to go to Pierre's today, get a few more seeds anyway. And, you know, I've been thinking about it. So I think about Stardew a lot while I'm at work. And I also, can we just take a moment before we get into that? See how awesome this well looks? I love this. It also has given me a little bit of Samara vibes, but I've also, as we'll get into later, I was listening to some weird stuff lately, and part of it did kind of involve wells. So, anyway, I think about Stardew a lot while I'm at work, and it bothers me that these graves are here. But I've been really missing Ginger Island, and I really, really, really want to get out there. But I don't know. We've been doing so much stuff back at the farm. I don't know. So I was thinking that maybe we can make it a point, because it's only the 11th. We can make it a point to at least once a week head over there, right? And see if we can go about getting the house unlocked. I think we need 20 walnuts or something like that. So I'd like to do that, and then maybe this summer we would be able to have a sort of a Ginger Island summer, right? Really, really dig into that a bit more. So I think that's gonna, I don't know. I think when we get to the top here, we're gonna add that to the goal list just as a tentative idea, because I really do feel bad at how little we've been up there. So let's go ahead and add that. Let's say... There we go. That's a way better way to write that. Build Ginger Island home. While we are here, though, I do see that we still have Take Alyssa a Sorry present. I should probably do that, right? While we're up here. Now, I believe Ysabelle, if she's at work already, she works up here at Pika's? Or does she just hang out around Pika's? I forget. Well, looks like Pika and Kiahi are getting stuff ready for the day. Well, let's use our handy-dandy map location tool that's not at all weird. Let's see. Not at that. Yeah, we know not at the Amethine joint. Oh, right. She works at the log cabin, Sid. Well, where's Alyssa? She's down... I know she lives at one of the farms. Where is it? That's the one. Nightingale Orchard. Okay. Let's bop over there real quick, and then we'll head to the inn. Hey, Torts. I'm just going to give him a little talk real quick. Flops. Wonderful. I don't know too many turtles that, flop. It's not a way I would describe the actions of turtles. But, okay. Nope. Still doing this wrong. So, yeah, as I was saying, I have been watching some, I say watching. I have been listening to, some stuff at work. And I think I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of analog horror. Obviously, not all of it is great, but as a concept, I'm really into it. Oh, she's not here either. Well, but I really like analog horror. It's growing up in the 90s, analog hoarders This is people with just way too many VHS tapes. Analog horror really, the kind of stuff that would scare me in the middle of the night, you know, oh, the TV's on and the X-Files theme song is playing, and, you know, on your old staticky dank TV, you know what I mean? It's like, it really taps into something that was kind of a formative horror experience for me. So I'm really into it, but also strictly from an aspect of how it's made, I think it's really cool. The amount of work that goes into these things. You remember my birthday, I'm impressed. Thanks, you're very welcome. If you see my grandfather, please don't tell him I'm here, okay? Oh my god, well, I gotta get that face. Thanks, Ysabelle. I'm hiding from my to-do list today. We added to our to-do list. Oh, you know what? Let's do this real quick, then I'll get back into this. A birthday party. Do I get to pick when I reserve it? Yes, I'd like to throw a party. Oh, so I can just sort of pick people in the upcoming... Oh. That's very interesting. We're gonna have to see if is that maybe birthdays from the next week? Is that how that works? I don't know. We'll have to check. So yeah, I believe, you know, I've said I really like analog horror. Well, a lot of times at work, I will just put on YouTube and I will sort of just let it go. And I can't even remember the name of the guy. I'll see if I can find it. But it was a long list of what they're referring to as digital horror, which essentially, from what I could glean, it's like, oh, hey, there she is. How's it going, Alyssa? I was looking for you. Here you go. I like this. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible friend. Oh, right. Off to Pierre's. You know, but analog horror generally revolves around kind of 80s, 90s level tech, you know, tape recorders, VHS, or a lot of times it uses that aesthetic, even if the content itself isn't necessarily related to that, it's viewed through that lens, right? So, with the it's only 30,000. Yeah, I'll take a catalog. You kidding me? Oh, I forgot what we need for Pam's house. Let's dip up there real quick while we're talking about this. But digital horror, at least from what I can tell, generally takes place in a like late 90s through like the 2010s kind of feel, where a lot of it took place inside of a video game or a computer in general, but a lot of times it seemed like a video game or video game framework. We need 950 wood. I will be right back, Robin. Don't you dare close those doors. That was like the very threatening Aladdin song. Don't you dare close your eyes. Anyway, what is going on today? But there was one that the guy was in, the Source Engine. I think it was called like Interloper or something. And there was one. The Source Engine is what Half-Life 2 and like Counter-Strike and these things are made in. But there was another one that took place in Minecraft. It was called like Andrew's Minecraft house, Andrew's Minecraft server, and Andrew's something. I forget. Maybe that's what it was called. I don't remember. Again, I'll see if I can find these damn videos. But I was really into it. It was these ideas of well, the Interloper one was maybe like some like hidden coding put there to like iterate better and better NPCs, and it like grew a mind of its own, and that does seem like that's what a lot of these were. That's so generous of you. I'll start working on the upgrade tomorrow. It should take around 3 days. She's like, I can build a well in 3 days. I can build a house in 3 days. I really just I can build anything in a day. I spend the other 2 days just sort of faffing off doing whatever I want. Good for you, Robin. But yeah, so it seems like a lot of them are either a machine, well, not necessarily a machine, but like an AI or something like that gains sentience, or sort of the ghost in the machine sort of concept, where there's leftover code, or in some cases, and in fact the one Minecraft one that I thought was actually pretty cool, and I'm gonna actually watch the series itself. It seems like it's the guy's friend, like it's like his actual dead friend is hanging out inside the video game. And it's just, I don't know, I find stuff like that to be very cool, and it does kind of tie in. Oh, I see the JoJo wallpaper we'll be using for our other one. This is very cool. I like this a lot. But yeah, it does tie in a little bit, sort of in a roundabout way, to the things we were talking about, or we've been talking about this week. And that is just, again, this idea that in these games there were things put in them that not necessarily, I mean, these are a little different and slightly more malicious, but things that were put in here that were not intended to be seen, and they have a distinctly less cozy feel than what I was talking about. But for instance, the Minecraft one, the channel is posited. It's done very well. I really liked it, where it's like a Let's Play, and it's just a kid saying like, hey, this is my old Minecraft world, I'm gonna take you around and show you, where my friend and I used to play this, right? And honestly, it's a very good setup for just legitimately kind of a nice homey Let's Play, quite honestly. Actually, I didn't check if we can do this. Okay, we can. I didn't even check if you could layer statue on top of tiling. I figured you could, and we can, so. Damn it. That might be a problem, right? Yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, it's just a nice little cozy Let's Play. He's like talking about how, yeah, this is my friend and I's Minecraft world, and I haven't talked to him in a while, and I'm just gonna show you around. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. Sort of reliving. I mean, quite honestly, it's not that different from what I do here, where it's just sort of a nice, relaxing walk through something you love, right? It's homey feeling. And there's the mystery of like, what happened to his friend? Is he dead? But he makes it a point to tell you, oh no, he just stopped playing and blah blah blah. But point being, in the background of some of the videos, you start seeing weird stuff, and it's a real slow burn towards this. It doesn't explicitly tell you anything, but it slowly turns into this is haunted as hell. And I don't know, I kind of love that, because it's done in such a way that it kind of feels like not real, but it's presented in a way that anyone who, I mean, I remember stumbling upon, I know we've been talking about the, I think I want to do the exterior of these. Oh, you know what though? I don't know how I feel about this walkway. It feels a little too sterile. But we talked about finding out of the way things, and there are definitely times when you'll find something in a game, and you're like, man, this is creepy. Even if it's not intended to be creepy, but with this whole digital horror thing, I know for sure, like, there have been times in my life when I've been playing a game and just something weird will happen. Like, and this is not the same thing, but there was this one time I was playing, there's a game called Ragnarok online. Let's see. The wood, I like the wood pathing around the garden. I think I like that better than the stone. What do I do with all this stone? I think we just get rid of it. We'll use it somewhere else. But there's a game called Ragnarok Online, right? And I believe I've talked about my enjoyment of that game before. But there was this one time, and this is very stupid, but my friends and I were playing it, and there is a button at the beginning, like when you're trying to log in, and it's, I believe, written in like Korean, and so I don't know what this button does, and we were just talking, and I had no sooner uttered the words "there is no spoon," because this was, around the time when, or "there is no spoon," this is around the time of The Matrix coming out, so obviously, and I click on this button, and the button says "there is no spoon," right? And I'm like, that's creepy as hell, and that was completely unintentional, but it's that kind of thing where you start to wonder, like, all right, what is this game up to? What did the developers do here? You know what I mean? And I had another. This one, again, this was not the developers, but this is legit. This is an actual thing that happened to me that scared the shit out of a group of friends and I while they were at my house one time. We were now, mind you, this is back in the days of VHS tapes, so this is like a combo digital analog horror thing here. But I had a VHS recording of Happy Gilmore, right? And we were watching it, and I had the setup. Jesus, come on, Sid, you know how to tell stories better than this. So I had a TV back in the day that had a VHS player, like in it. So it was a combo, and we're sitting there. So I had my TV and I had my N64 hooked up to it, and we were playing Star Fox 64 earlier in the day. And we're like, okay, hey, let's watch Happy Gilmore. So I took out my recorded, definitely legal version of Happy Gilmore, and we're watching it. And then at a certain point, it just switches over and it starts playing Star Fox. And we're like, kind of freaked out about it. Like, what's going on? How is this playing Star Fox? And it literally boots up the N64, starts playing Star Fox, starts going through the levels. We have just no idea how this is happening. And this sucks. I think we're gonna have to put 2 scarecrows. Let's see, can I just make some basic ones? Yes, but not with the... Okay, let's go grab a couple of scarecrows real quick. I think we have one right here, and then we have to get old Hidden Bob here. We'll do this better next time, soon. I want to get these to be proper scarecrows. Anyway, so Star Fox 64 comes on. We're freaking out. We can't figure out what's going on, but I mean, it's full blown playing the game by itself, and my friends and I were all just looking at it, and we're like, okay, this is real funny. Who's doing something? And no one was doing anything, and then we're like, okay, this is weird. So we look down, the N64 is not even on. Okay, what the hell is this? Okay, we unplugged the N64 thinking, well, that definitively, that'll do it, right? It did nothing. And we're like, okay, seriously, I'm scared. And it took us a while, longer than I'd like to admit, but eventually we realized that I had recorded, accidentally, myself playing it earlier. I didn't even realize, but I had hit record on the VHS, hi, Cool Cat Jeff, the VHS combo portion while I was playing Star Fox. Who knows when? It wasn't that day. It must have been earlier, that week or something. And so some partial way through Happy Gilmore, it just started playing it, with the weird VHS, screen wrapping and dumb stuff that it did back then, just making it look real creepy. And so afterwards, we all had a good laugh. But that's one of those strange moments where we're sitting there watching a movie, and then the game that's in the N64 just starts playing itself. And it stands out as one of those moments in my brain where, you know, as a child, you're very likely to believe, or you're open to believing that things are supernatural. And none of us were like, oh, obviously, why don't we just stop the VHS? It was those weird moments where it makes you go, wait a second, is this really happening? Is this possible? And I think that's part of why I like this digital horror, is because it sort of taps into those things where seemingly innocuous things in games start to develop a sinister side. And I don't know, it's very cool to me. I'm really into it. And yeah, so if you have any cool analog horror, let me know. Digital horror, let me know. I'll try and get the links up for those. But anyway, I had some other stuff I wanted to say, but let me know what you think about the whole Ginger Island thing. Maybe we'll head over there tomorrow. We'll get that started. And, yeah, I'd really like to do I almost said the Joja Summer, the Ginger Summer. So let's aim for that, get that house built. But let me know what you think of the Zen Garden too. I'm not 100% sold on the layout, but it's getting there. I feel like it's just going to be slowly a work in progress, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be finished. It should always be something we're ready to change up, switch up, and work on, right? Well, anyway, this was an odd one, I know, but we also have some new people around, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And either way, be good to each other, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.